And the Virgin
There
fell as
goes
a
the
dead
piece,
fish.
eh?
I've been looking for you.
I don't know you.
You caused quite a commotion. Afraid of something?
No, nothing.
You're lying.
I didn't do nothing. Didn't say nothing, don't know nothing, and didn't see nothing.
Tell me everything you know about the attempt on Saskia's life.
I heard the priest talking with the prince. This goody-goody said the Virgin is really a beast under her fair skin.
What priest?
Olcan, the one killed.
So there's no way I can check if you're lying.
I swear on my mother's grave I speak the truth.
What else did you hear? Tell me.
I was putting Saskia's room in order when the priest came to the prince's chamber next door. It wasn't speaking loud, but I heard the priest say, "Just clear the servants from the kitchen." Nothing more. Reverend Olcan, only he could tell you how it was, beginning to end.
The dead aren't very talkative.
What about what they leave behind? There may be clues or some such.
Maybe.
Hope you'll believe me anyway.
An army led by a woman.
The gods, who needs this?
They're used to it. Lady Saskia will defeat Hensel.
Don't try anything.
What's this?
Aboard Scoia'tael waiting in ambush?
They lie in wait for their lord and prince. Humans are an odd lot. I certainly hope Scalen can clean up this mess. What can I do for you, Witcher?
I need to know where Reverend Olcan used to live.
Simple. Let me show you on the map. It's about right here.
Saskia needs help, Cecil. Philippa can produce an antidote, but she needs a magic artifact to do that.
Would you like a fern and a dancing worm to go with it? Listen, I don't know about magic, but there is a place, as long as I can remember, it's been of interest to sorcerers. It's a very strong intersection. Look for magic there.
Where exactly is there?
Seek out the ruins in the forest beyond Bergen. There's a place of power there. You can't miss it. Why so glum? Saskia's a tough girl. She'll bounce back. Keep your head up.
Thanks, Cecil.
No, Witcher. I thank you. Save that lass. You'll save my town.
One freak bigger than the next.
Not a human.
No, it's not.
Shut your trap if you don't know what's going on.
If not for that damned Yorvith, the serfs would probably be hanging
justice.
Serfs and lords will never
Go
be
get
on
the
same
lads,
side.
we won't stand for this.
Humans only care about their asses
my
right
hand!
as the stations do.
I'll cut the
By playing
block
into
off the next
Hensel's
man who dares
hands,
try his
If they
luck.
start at each other's throats, we'll have to face the entire might of Kedwin alone.
You can't mix water with fire.
Saskia could.
And you see what they did to her?
Give us this horsepower!
Rolling down, you surly dog!
wraiths fill the midst of
Change your
commoners and
tone
nobles
when
and
we
at
put
each
a
other's
sickle
throats.
to your...
Lovely.
Why is he lingering up?
Those...
He better sit.
Yeah, once...
Farewell.
This is nonsense. What would the prince gain with the virgin's death?
I can tell you what he lost with her life. Power. As I see it, every...
Give us this horsepower!
Guilt must
Rolling
be proven.
down, you
Otherwise,
surly
it's
dog.
vigilante justice.
Change
Grant you
your
that.
tone when we put a sickle It's good to see someone's taking care of it. The prince has it
Give
coming,
us
methinks.
this horsepower!
Good.
Rolling down, you surly dog!
On the beard with Hensel.
Change your tone when we
Wraiths
put
fill
a
the midst
sickle
of
to your
commoners and
throat.
nobles and at each other's...
Save your threats for your hogs.
I'd gladly hear your opinion.
Finally. It's obvious.
Henselt couldn't possibly reach Vergen.
Doesn't he have sorcerers at his court? Or perhaps he hired a witcher to break through. There's no other explanation.
That's interesting.
Just think it through. The prince couldn't have done it. The wine was in plain sight. Only the servants touched the decanters, and who are they? Commoners. Then that same commoner incited his folk to stand against the nobles and the prince.
Something to think about.
Enough of this charade!
Try to be reasonable, folks. Sit down and talk in peace.
We've talked enough! Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel!
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scalen Burden's job is to uphold them.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Seltkirk, the greatest knight to walk Edirnian land, say so.
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse than to prove guilt.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia. Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is his lineage.
That's why! The mongrel covets the crown!
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her, he was, sly fox. Taking the simple peasants in. But us lads ain't so dumb as you lords think.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adders. They hatched a plot to dispose of him.
Saskia's servant said that...
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, why does he hide like a thief? The answer is simple. He's a fraud.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons. Squirrels have to guard him.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact that servants taste wine from the barrels before the virgin sips it.
A good point. Sure if the prince poisoned the wine.
Stennis is blowing hot and cold. Everyone knows that.
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult him, yokel.
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanted to hurt the miss? Never. It's cause of her you noble dogs can't ignore us. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough to raise his hand against his saviour.
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince is guilty, fool.
Answer me this. Was not Stennis' room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own lice-ridden cellar? Can he not enter the Virgin's kitchen at will? Yes. His serene dumbhead the prince can, curses on his kin. Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia. And even if they want it, nobody but Stennis could do it.
You're wrong, Colton. Reverend Olkin wanted to get rid of Saskia. He thought she was a monster at heart.
Alkan was on Stannis' leash like a dog.
How dare you, lout! Do you imagine if someone sits next to a married lady, he's surely fucking her?
The priest tried to convince Prince Stennis to join the conspiracy.
Is Stannis some dimwit foundling that he dances to a lousy priest's tune? Alkan got what he deserved when Hensel cleaved his head. Now it's Stannis' time.
There is no proof the prince agreed.
The priest asked him for admittance to the kitchen.
So he didn't poison the Virgin himself, but allowed her to be poisoned.
Those are just words. Too much guesswork and not enough evidence. You can't convict anyone based on that.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with royal blood running in his veins. What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs at the market? You stand before royal majesty, and you raise your hands against it. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven, and crimes that, by any means, cannot. Just as a mother killing her own child, or a man slitting his own brother's throat cannot be forgiven. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against divine right is not worthy to walk this world.
And what about he who poisons the Virgin of Edern?
Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, you have no proof that it was I who tried to murder her. And thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. However, only she, the Virgin of Edern, can judge me.
Can it? And if Saskia won't get well, who's gonna judge you?
I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a coven of the wise who can pass just sentence.
Those are words worthy of a true sovereign!
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deeds be the flame that lights up your darkness.
The prince has a right to a fair trial, no matter if he's guilty or not. We can't deny him that. What will the peasants do if we hand them the prince? Will they hear him out? No. They'll hang him from the nearest tree or tear him limb from limb. What will happen if we allow a lynching? What if people see that might makes right? Who'll guarantee they won't desire to avenge their wrongs, real and imagined? Who'll protect people whose only fault is noble birth from the exasperated mob? And where will it lead?
The peasants are furious.
They didn't dare mount a frontal attack.
But they haven't forgotten about Stennis, and won't. It'll be that way until Saskia regains consciousness.
She won't keep order by strength alone.
Unless it's a great strength.
We need an authority figure, and royal blood.
5 courts go to waste in the Dwarven dungeon at the moment.
There's also Henselt.
Going into that haunted mist is madness. Stealing Stennis away would be easier.
No. Anything involving Stennis will cause a riot.
I've had enough of the peasants and nobles barking. Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt's army with this rabble, which is why I'm going to get reinforcements.
Where?
4 Scoia'tael units await in hiding to the east. Time to summon them.
You'll make it in time?
I must.
I had a dream. We were mining up the face of the drive like in the old days.
I remember you were shite at working the pickaxe. Swung
I couldn't stand it down there. Underground all your life, and a 3-week break
I tried locating Triss, but the mist disrupts the megascope. There's a weak signal nearby, probably on the other side.
In the Kedweni camp?
You'll have to pass through the mist.
There's no time to lose.
I'm continuously scanning the battlefield. I'll show you the way through. I'll find you when you enter the mist.
Farewell, then.
We still need royal blood.
I know. Henselt.
We need his blood, not his death.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not a kingslayer?
Army led by a woman.
the gods, who needs this?
Get used to it.
They say someone cast a spell, and the Virgin fell as it.
Greetings!
Hee-ho, 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 hee-ho.
Look, another one. You let one human in and in no time you've got a swarm.
Ants.
Don't
be afraid of him! Slug it between the eyes! Stop stroking him and wrap him up!
Who's he? He travels the lands, killing monsters for the queen.
Eh? That's a witcher, not a human.
So, no schnapps?
They lie in wait for their lord and prince. Humans are an odd lot. I certainly hope Scalen can clean up this mess. What can I do for you, Witcher?
I need to know where Reverend Olkin used to live.
Simple. Let me show you on the map. It's about right here.
This must be the first revolt ever to be taxed.
We can't feed ourselves nor fortify our walls with rebel slogans alone. But rest easy. Stennis and the nobles won't get a single oren from us. Though, of course, the prince is just waiting for the right moment to get his grubby hands on our finances.
I'm sure his motivations are pure, and he'll do it exclusively out of regard for his subjects. How long have you been alderman?
My predecessor was killed 3 years ago. I was one of his advisors. I knew my way round the circus, so I volunteered to manage things. No one opposed me. Mostly I deal with trade and taxes, and I organize assorted matters. In the end, everyone listens to Saskia exclusively, me included. Don't forget about the monsters in the pit.
Try anything.
How do you see it? Do the gods favor Lady Saskia, as she claims?
The gods never favor rebellions that seek to topple the natural order.
Strange aura. Nothing interesting.
At your service. It's really haunted.
It is. They should
My pentacles intrigue you?
Indeed. I'd like to see them up close.
Let's start with introductions then. I'm Felicia Corey, and you're Geralt of Rivia. Why the surprised face? I heard about you in school. Whether you like it or not, you're a hero of contemporary history, and of the love stories we read beneath our blankets.
You studied at Aretusa?
Yes, though I'm still to finish my potion and fetish internship, which is why I'm here.
And you're doing it under Philippa Eilhart's watchful eye. Any way I can help you?
Help from a hero of our readings? Now that's drawing on sources for real. I'd be grateful. The locals are reluctant to buy magic items, and I really need to pass.
Let's see what I can do.
They truly believe in the afterlife after seeing that.
How do such places come to be?
This one came. Sorcerers are a plague of the worst kind. Hang them all by the...
You were right. The rebels show no thirst for blood. That's not good. They disarmed us and merely demanded our word that we'd make no attempt to flee.
That's not good?
It's unfortunate, yes. For Henselt is bloodthirsty and he's coming here.
You mentioned earlier that you were looking for a witcher with a snake medallion.
Yes, on Sheila de Tanzerville's orders. As I said, the order was curt and specific. Kill him and anyone you find with him. No discussion, no investigation. Guesswork or judgment.
I've heard a lot about the Dun Banner recently.
Aye, Kidwenny Light Cavalry. I met them at Brenna. They joined our relief party. But that's the distant past. I believe they were cut down to the last man 3 years ago at Vergen.
They say someone cast a spell, and the Virgin fell as if dead.
Could be. Sorcerers are a plague of the worst kind. Hang them all by the balls and let them swing.
A witcher.
You're stupid. She just fell unconscious.
She lost without life. Power. As I see it,
Who will the Witcher
Prove it. Otherwise,
He's
it's
on very good
vigilante.
terms with that damned elf. Maybe he has good intentions. After all, he defended the prince. It's good
Go
to
get
see
the lads!
someone's
We won't
taking
stand
care
for
of it.
this!
My hand!
I'll cut the block off the next man who dares try his luck.
Give us this hornplower! Why is he lingering about? Like the stench in a dwarven hovel?
Those witchers be craving gold. This one's sure to say the prince is innocent, then sting Stennis for a pouch.
He better search for a lad who served the Virgin instead of pissing around.
Yeah, once done with the prince, he'd better take care of the magnets. Throwing their weight about too much they are.
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but loves the Virgin like a sister and mother put together.
He'd gladly get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of yours?
Hiding in his shack, afraid of them lords. Squirrels guard him.
Farewell.
Give us this hornplower!
Rolling dung, you surly dog! You'll change your tone when we put a sickle to your throat. Save your threats for your hog-smelling woman.
Please fill the mist and commoners and nobles are at each other's throats. Lovely.
Serfs and lords will never be on the same side.
Greetings, Gwynblade.
Anything changed?
The peasants keep hollering. The noblemen stubbornly guard their chieftain.
Humans
tell you
only
what he
care
lost
how their
without
asses
life.
rise as their stations do.
As I
They're
see it,
playing
the
into
prince will
Henselt's
like
hands. If they...
Guilt must be
mix
proven.
water with
Otherwise,
fire.
it's vigilante justice.
Saskia could. If
not for that damned Jorvith, the serfs would probably be hanging the prince.
Greetings. Don't try anything.
Gods above.
A calm day, but tomorrow, who knows?
I'm Cynthia, a mage in training. Philippa is my mentor.
My condolences.
No need for that. True, she's a demanding mistress, but she can also be charming. Besides, she's the best there is, Witcher. She has no equals, excepting perhaps the old elven sorceresses. You should see her cast spells. Light and graceful she is, not like that old tart de Tanzaville.
You know Sheila?
I've seen her cast spells. I've seen all the great sorceresses at work. Sheila's quite manly in her style. Precise, logical, exceptionally composed, but she lacks grace and suppleness.
Is that your opinion, or are you just repeating what Philippa says?
We agree in our assessment. Triss Marigold, on the other hand, is talented, but she lacks determination, courage, and a certain cold willfulness that seems necessary.
That's interesting.
Kira Metz and Margarita Lowe Antiel are both blasé, seemingly resigned. One's a hedonist and nymphomaniac, the other cares only about her school. They lost enthusiasm for magic long ago. Then there's Francesca Finderbear. Nobody really knows what the old she-elf is capable of, but she's clearly very powerful.
I take it Philippa has none of these flaws, but she must have some weakness.
Ambition. Infinite, boundless, and burning like the Korath Desert.
Just out of curiosity, how much does a magic course cost these days?
I'm certain you can't afford it, Witcher. Besides, you're too old.
No matter. I have a few of my own tricks as it is.
You mean Witcher's signs? Philippa can illusion of a garden full of flowers, fruit trees, and young elves of both sexes copulating merrily all the day. And the illusion is complete. The flowers have an aroma. The fruit and she-elves are juicy.
Invite me over the next time she conjures up this garden. I'd gladly see it. Professional curiosity.
Naturally. But I doubt Philippa's in the mood for complicated illusions. She focuses all her efforts on Saskia.
Shut your trap if you don't know what's going on!
Who will the Witcher sign?
What would the prince gain with the virgin's death?
It's good to see someone's taking care of it.
Life, power. As I see it, every princeling likes me.
This is nonsense. What
The
would
prince
prince
hasn't
gain
come
with
in.
the
If
Not for that damned your
Good
serfs will
bloody
probably
bastard
hanging
poisoned the
Prince
bower.
Jin.
He cannot be trusted. If he found proof of Stennis's guilt,
They say someone cast a spell, and the Virgin fell as if dead.
Could be. Sorcerers are a plague of the worst kind.
Oh, a Witcher.
Only Philippa Eilhart may enter.